Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim.
Welcome to another lesson. We are making progress here. We are now on to photographing wedding props. Exciting! What's not exciting is where to photograph these things and how. We've experienced weddings in tight venues where finding places to photograph the wedding props was extremely challenging. Over the years, we learned and developed a technique. Find a location where there is great, or if not great, adequate lighting. So in this actual example, you will see us collecting the wedding props and then doing our photo shoot near this big window where there is natural lighting. I used a diffuser to soften the light touching the subject, giving us this effect. Before we move on, I just want to quickly touch on why we are doing this. Why do we need to take photos of the rings, the bouquet, and all these things? Couples spend a fortune on weddings. Then 10 years later, or 10 or so later, all they have to look back to are their wedding photos. So it is our job to remind them of that nice bouquet, the invitations that they handcrafted themselves, and all the amazing and chaotic things that happened on their wedding day. So just a gentle reminder there and inspiration of how important our job is. When we photograph something, it's like we freeze that moment in time and we make it possible for people involved to always go back, cherish, and relive that moment. Now, back to the class. Weddings are usually busy and fast-paced. To nail your photos, if you don't have artificial lighting, always look where there is natural lighting, meaning light from the sun. In photography, lighting is your friend. The best way to light a subject is lateral direction. Lateral lighting means your light is coming from the 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock of the subject. You can also do diagonal and backlighting for silhouette, but when in doubt, stick and start with lateral lighting because it will give you dramatic and professional looking shadows. So here are some of the photos we took with camera settings and all to hopefully guide you in planning your wedding photography. Just to quickly note that for the smaller wedding props, we used a 60mm equivalent macro lens, but for most of the photos, we stuck with our 50mm prime lens. If you are not familiar with aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, we will quickly explain it to you while we show you another exciting part of wedding photography: photographing the bride. See you in the next lesson.
Video được Việt hóa bởi Ngọc Tân từ group tài nguyên dựng phim.